So autumn is here. Therefore, it's time for me to give you my list with the fragrances that I recommend for this fall season, autumn season 2024. It's gonna be quite a long video, therefore let's start with the first entry in this list. And this comes from the house of Orto Parisi and it's called Boccanera. If you love chocolate combined with agarwood, with cocoa, then this is a fragrance that you might actually enjoy. It is often compared with Nasumato Black Afgano, mainly because they are made by the same perfumer, but in reality, they are totally different. The dustiness of the cocoa and the dark chocolate found inside Boccanera give it a different vibe compared to Nasumato Black Afgano. Very good performance, very good longevity, projection and sillage. And for me, this is a fragrance that leans very masculine. The second one of my favorite all-time perfumes, actually a signature perfume for me, from the house of Lalique, Ombre Noir, a discontinued gem. I absolutely love this fragrance because you get cognac, you get fig, you get leather, you get woody accords, you also get some mint inside the composition, and it simply smells amazing. Very good performance, very beautiful concoction, very good quality, and this is, at least in my opinion, a must-have forever and ever. Because as I said, this is a signature scent for me. Highly, highly undervalued fragrance from the house of Lalique, Ombre Noir. Next one up in this list comes from the house of Byredo, and it's called Mumbai Noise. Again, a fragrance that might be mistaken for Nasumato Black Afgano. At least this is what I see every single time that I look on the internet, people saying that they smell similarly. In reality, again, two different things. This one features agarwood combined with coffee, and it's simply gorgeous. It's a very interesting combination between these two notes. The performance is outstanding, and I'm saying this mainly because I see a lot of people complaining about the performance of Byredo fragrances. Every single fragrance that I have from the house of Byredo is actually very, very good performing. So it might depend on the type of skin that you actually have. Mumbai Noise, again, a more masculine take of a fragrance. A very beautiful, elegant, woody composition with a gourmand feeling due to the coffee note. Best suited for moderate temperatures, I would say, throughout this season or this fall. Next one up comes from the house of Roberto Cavalli, and it's called Sublime Tonka. If you love tonka beans, this is something that you need to put your nose on. A very beautiful composition in which the tonka is the main ingredient, combined with some vanilla, combined with some amber. Very delicious, but at the same time, very elegant. Very, I would say, sensual type of fragrance. This is a unisex fragrance, therefore I see it best worn by males and also females. Very good performance also with Roberto Cavalli Sublime Tonka. Next fragrance in this list comes from the house of Vertus, and it's one of my favorite fragrances from this house, and one of my favorite rose fragrances all time. It's called Oriental Rose. This is absolutely gorgeous. If you love roses, if you love amber, you're gonna definitely love the interpretation of Vertus. Very powerful fragrance, very long lasting, huge projection and sillage. This is a compliment getter, and this is again leaning, at least for me and on my skin, towards the masculine side of things, although it's marketed as a unisex fragrance. I encourage you to discover the house of Vertus if you don't know it. I simply love their fragrances. I simply love the quality of their ingredients and basically everything about this house. Tom Ford isn't missing from this list, and my pick for this fall season is a very well-regarded fragrance from their offering, and it's called Ebène Fumé. If you love myrrh, then this is what it's all about. It's about myrrh. Very soft, very elegant, very delicate, and also very beautiful. Very good performance also, which isn't always the case with Tom Ford's perfumes, but Ebène Fumé does manage to offer a very, very good longevity, projection, and also sillage. This is best suited for a semi-formal and formal event also. It's also best suited to be worn dressed up a bit for a special occasion. It exudes masculinity, it exudes high quality, and it exudes very good taste. Tom Ford, Eben Fumé, this house's entry in this fall list. Next one up, from the house of Bond number 9, one of my all-time favorite fragrances in my collection, Downtown Manhattan. Again, it's about agarwood, but very well done, very beautiful blended with the other notes. Again, great performance overall. And again, this is marketed as a unisex fragrance, but for me at least, this is a masculine take. Highly recommended. Again, something to wear dressed up, something for a formal occasion, semi-formal occasion, something to impress the people that you meet with. Manhattan from the house of Bond number 9. Then we go to the house of Zherzhov, and from the house of Zherzhov, Wardasina. If you love tobacco leaves and roses, you're gonna definitely love Wardasina. But be aware, this isn't your typical tobacco. It isn't dry, it isn't smoky, this is green. Also, you have green notes featured inside the composition. The roses are there, they are present, especially in the opening, but afterwards they make way for the tobacco leaf. And it's simply beautiful. Very good performance, longevity, projection, sillage, and whatnot. Again, for me, a masculine take of the tobacco leaf. Although it's marketed unisex, but what can I say? Ladies, try it, see it for yourself. If you like it, buy it. If you don't, just don't. Next one up, from the house of Linari, Dragonero. This is a vetiver fragrance. If you love vetiver, then you're going to definitely love Dragonero from Linari. Powerful, smoky, earthy, masculine at the same time. Quite serious, I would describe this fragrance. Very good performance, best suited, at least for me, in moderate temperatures. Linari Dragonero. From the house of Electimus, London, Pomona Vitalis. Yeah, it's all about patchouli. Lots and lots of patchouli, but really, really well blended with the other ingredients. This house is basically fascinated by patchouli. Therefore, it is no accident that you have it in Pomona Vitalis. Great quality, great performance, great masculine patchouli scent. Very warm also, so this is best suited for cooler weather. Therefore, I highly encourage you to try it out. Next one up, from the house of Panadora, Kropoxiel. This is about vanilla, gourmand vanilla and woody notes. Very beautiful blended, high quality ingredients, very good performance. This is a unisex fragrance, therefore ladies can wear it. Highly recommended for moderate temperatures. And it needs, if you want, a better scenario than your regular day-to-day basis. So a semi-formal and formal occasion would be the best to wear this fragrance. Next, we go to the house of Musk Milano. And this is Tango. Something to light up your blood, if you want. Something fiery, something really warm, really comfortable. This is all about spices and leather. And what a beautiful leather. And I'm not the biggest fan of leather in fragrances, but I actually enjoy wearing Tango from the house of Musk Milano. Incredible, potent stuff, very good quality, very good performance, not cheap, unfortunately, but well worth every single penny that you're gonna pay for Tango. Excellent for cooler days, for cooler temperatures. Next fragrance in this list comes from the house of Map of the Heart. It's actually their latest release called V8 Abundance. And this is simply gorgeous. If you love sandalwood, then this is a fragrance that you need to put your nose on. You have two types of sandalwood in this fragrance, white sandalwood and Australian sandalwood, combined with other ingredients, but mainly the woody accords of sandalwood are the main ingredients in this composition. Performance-wise, this is also a great fragrance, no issues here, and again, this is a unisex fragrance, so males or females can wear it without any issues. V8 Abundance from the house of Map of the Heart, which is an Australian niche house. I highly recommend this house because it's really great and it has some very interesting fragrances, mainly based on sandalwood. Next one up from Rojadov, Apex. A very complex composition with a lot of notes inside, out of which leather stands out together with ambergris, with vetiver, with woody accords. Really interesting masculine fragrance, best suited, I would say, basically every day, single day. This is, for me at least, a very casual type of fragrance with a very soft, actually quite faint leather accord, which doesn't disappoint me, to say the least. Very good performance also with this one, but this isn't a monster by any means. Rojadov Apex. And we go to the next one, which is from the house of Parfums de Marly, and it's called Hamdani. And this is something else. This is one of my favorite Parfums de Marly fragrances, and this is one of those leather fragrances that I actually enjoy, because I love the interpretation of leather in this composition. You also have some red apple inside, combined with some spicy accords. Very long lasting, very potent, very masculine, very elegant, very classy, I would say. Hamdani from the house of Parfums de Marly, best suited for moderate and cooler weather. We go to the house of Tower, Andy Tower, and from this house, again, a leather fragrance that I enjoy, and this is called Lone Star Memories. Very velvety type of leather, amazing performance, amazing longevity, projection and sillage, and quite a versatile fragrance. Very masculine also. Tower, and it's Lone Star Memories. Going to the house of Testament London, let's talk about Karma. A very interesting woody fragrance with some boozy accords coming from the cinnamon and also with some dried fruits. Stunning, stunning fragrance, stunning performance, beautiful to wear, very versatile also, best suited for moderate temperatures. Karma from the house of Testament London. There can be a video without amouage, and although there might be a lot more options in this list, for the sake of this video I'm only choosing one, and this is Royal Tobacco, Opus 14. Not the biggest fan of the opening of this fragrance, but what comes afterwards is simply amazing. This is again about tobacco leaves, green tobacco leaves, green and aromatic. I've seen a lot of people saying that this fragrance smells ashy. I've seen a lot of people saying that this smells like an ashtray. Totally false. I've seen a lot of people saying that this smells like cigarettes. Again, false. This is green, this is herbal, this is aromatic. This features tobacco leaf, green tobacco leaf, combined with some very interesting elemi resin. Also, you get a very nice, I would say, basil note, and all the other things such as incense and whatnot, woody notes. But, as I said, I'm not the biggest fan of the opening. And curiously enough, the main culprit for this is actually the combination between the elemi resin and the basil. Fortunately though, it only happens for a couple of minutes and afterward unfolds the beauty of this perfume. And the green tobacco leaf simply shines. Very, very good quality, very good performance with this one. Absolutely amazing tobacco scent. If you are familiar with Aramis Tobacco Reserve, think about that fragrance, but without the honey note. Opus 14, Royal Tobacco from the house of Amouage. Next fragrance in this list comes from the house of Agato, and it's called Giardino di Ercole, or Hercules Garden. Stunning fragrance. If you love woody fragrances, this is something that you really need to have in your collection. Amazing, amazing woody fragrance. Masculine, elegant, sophisticated, high quality, top-notch performance. Agato, Giardino di Ercole. Let's move on, because we still have a couple of fragrances that we need to talk about. And the next one comes from the house of Kilian, and it's of course Black Phantom. I love this fragrance. I like it. It's a truly gorgeous masterpiece. High quality, very good performance. The ingredients inside are simply outstanding, and the scent itself is outstanding. Not as much as versatile as other fragrances in this list, but still, for a formal occasion, this is a must-have in your collection. Also, for me, this is best suited in cooler temperatures, cooler weather. By Kilian, and it's already amazing and known, Black Phantom. Another amazing thing, but especially if you love saffron, Dassos from Giardino Benessere. What an amazing interpretation of saffron. This, together with V4 Golden Heart from Map of the Heart, are my favorite saffron fragrances. So delicious, so spicy, so good, so amazing, and it works miracles no matter the weather, no matter the temperatures outside. That's why it's also great for fall. Incredible performance, incredible quality from Paolo Terenzi, Giardino Benessere, Dassos. Next one up, from Profumum Roma, one of the best ambers out there, Fiore d'Ambra. Yeah, amber with poppy, which might make you think that this is a narcotic type of fragrance. It really isn't, but the poppy is simply amazing in combination with the amber and also with the animalic notes found inside Fiore d'Ambra. This is nuclear stuff, extremely potent, extremely performant. Longevity, projection, sillage are out of this world. Highly recommend to you to try out Fiore d'Ambra if you love ambery fragrances, because this is a jewel. Fiore d'Ambra from the house of Profumum Roma. We go to Atelier Materi, and from Atelier Materi, a very interesting combination between sandalwood and iris root, to be more specific, Iris Eben. Again, if you love sandalwood, this is a great fragrance. Very woody, but at the same time, you also get some powderiness from the iris, because this is a very good combination between these two ingredients. Iris Eben, very good performance, high quality ingredients, leaning masculine. I wouldn't see a woman wearing actually this fragrance. Let's go further. The house of Nasomato. From the house of Nasomato, Duro. Very beautiful fragrance, very beautiful manly fragrance with a very beautiful leather note inside. This is very elegant, and I would actually recommend this to be worn only on special occasion. High quality ingredients and very good performance also from Alessandro Gualtieri, and it's Duro. Next one up, from the house of Zoologist, comes a fragrance that actually might remind you of springtime a lot more, but to me it's also very specific for fall. And I'm talking about Snowy Owl. Why? It's very simple. Because this smells like nature. Earthy and green at the same time. It smells like, let's say, grass that stood under snow for a couple of months. Think about grass, almost dead, sitting under a rug of snow for the entire winter time. And then spring comes up and nature starts to revive. But the same feeling you might actually get right before winter starts, in late fall, when nature starts to die out, when the beautiful green colors start to disappear, and you basically get that muddy green aromatic sensation, just like in spring. Very natural rendition of this scenario, of this natural scenario, and also very potent stuff. This might not be everyone's cup of tea, therefore be very careful and test it out first. Don't go ahead and purchase the full bottle if you don't know it, because it might, let's say, create some problems for you. Next one up, the House of Sospiro, and this is a discontinued fragrance, which I truly appreciate, mainly for its aromatic composition, and mainly because of one ingredient, red thyme, Vivace. Beautiful concoction if you love spices, if you love aromatics. This has a very powerful thyme note inside. Very long lasting, masculine at the same time. And this is a fragrance best suited for cooler weather. Next one up in this list comes from the House of Attar collection, and it's called Cart at Night. One of my favorite cherry fragrances. Dark cherries with almond, with vanilla, and with cinnamon. Absolutely stunning fragrance. Very loud, very potent. This is a unisex fragrance, so ladies can wear it also. This is best suited for moderate and cooler temperatures, but honestly, because I like it so much, I also wear it during summertime in extremely high heat, and I had no issues with this one. Cart at Night from the House of Attar collection. And although this fragrance might be best suited for some other people during summertime or spring, for me it's actually, let's say, a year-long type of fragrance. Although it sports fig, but it's fig tree with green notes. From the House of Adi Alevan, this is Hai Hui, Flower Power Extrait. This is a masterpiece. This is a form of art, if you ask me. Looking at the amazing bottles that Adi Alevan creates. The scent itself isn't the most unique one, isn't the most unique creation, but it is high quality and it smells like fig trees. Dusty, earthy, green, and refreshing at the same time. Just like other fragrances that I have in my collection, but still, I love the bottle, I love the quality of the juice, therefore I'm including it in this rotation for this fall season. And the last one to enter in this list, actually no, there are two more, comes from the House of Tiziana Terenzi, and it's called Lilipur. Again, we are talking about tobacco. Again, one of my favorite fragrances with tobacco, but this time around we talk about a dry tobacco. A very dry tobacco. Think about the dry tobacco leaf or even the tobacco found inside cigarettes. This is how Lilipur smells, and I simply love it. Very good performance, very good quality, not overly noisy in terms of projection. It sits a bit more closer to the skin, but no issues in terms of longevity and sillage. Lilipur from the House of Tiziana Terenzi. We go to the next one, and the next one comes from the House of Nishane, and it's one incredible fragrance that actually has a very undeserved reputation. Africa Oliphant. If you love animalic fragrances, but done well, with high quality ingredients, with very good performance, I highly recommend you to try Africa Oliphant. This is anything but what you're gonna see or read on the internet about this creation. This is simply beautiful. It's simply gorgeous if you love animalic notes. It isn't the most interesting of them all, it isn't the most powerful of them all, but it certainly isn't what other people are claiming it to be, and it certainly isn't a disappointment. Highly recommend Africa Oliphant if you want to try animalics, if you are, let's say, beginning to tap into the animalics world. And the last entry in this list comes from the House of Acro, and it's called, where is it? Dark. Again, a chocolate-based fragrance. But we talk again about dark chocolate, dark bitter chocolate, to be more specific. Very, very beautiful. Powdery, with a lot of cocoa inside, a lot of dark chocolate, with its bitterness. Very beautiful interpretation, very natural rendition again, and also with very good performance. From the House of Acro, from Olivier Cresp, this is Dark. And we are at the end of this list. We are at the end of this video. These are my recommendations to you for this fall season 2024. As always, my friends, keep in mind one very simple rule. Don't go and blind buy fragrances, especially this type of fragrances, niche fragrances, premium fragrances that cost a lot of money. Instead, go ahead, buy decants, buy samples, test them out on your own skin, draw your own conclusions, and only afterwards go ahead and decide if you want to pull the trigger and buy the bottle or the bottles. I will never encourage you to blind buy things that you do not know, and I urge you to take with a pinch, a huge pinch of salt, everything that you see or hear or read in the online. I'm going to stop here. Thank you as always for your time, for your attention, and in the end, allow me to wish you all the best. See you in the next one. Be safe, be good, peace.